Going on, everybody? Welcome back to another unboxing video brought to you by Bearded Kaiju's Unboxing Reviews. If you guys like the channel, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share with anybody you think is like the content of this channel. Also hit that bell notification so you're notified when videos drop like this one. Yeah, we are back for another unboxing interview, and man, oh man, oh man, this one is long overdue. Really long. I got this one, geez, I don't know, a year ago, maybe longer. I can't remember. Yeah, that's how long it's been. But it's about time to get to this guy, and yeah, I'm excited to see what it is. I don't remember where I got it from or who I got it from. So if anybody that does see this and you remember selling this to me, leave a comment and let me know exactly who it was, because I do not remember who it is, who I bought it from. I know it was another collector in one of the Godzilla groups. I think I have an idea who it is, but I'm not 100% sure on it. But regardless, it is long overdue, so we need to review it and talk about it. So with that, let's get into today's unboxing review and see what is way long overdue. All right, and as you guys can see, here it is. Here he is. Oh man, oh man. I love this. I love the box, and this is my first ever W Dragon figure that I've ever gotten. They've done a couple Godzillas as of late, and I've been on the fence about a couple of them, but this one I got for a very particular reason that I'll explain later on in the video. But as you can see here, here's the front of the box. We're talking about the Godzilla 2004 or Final Goji from Godzilla Final Wars. Yeah, and it's super great. It's a great box design, really colorful, showing off the figure and all of its glory around the box. So that's really great. So as we turn without glare, picture of his dorsal spines on the side. Then on the back here, we get a great frontal view profile picture of him and all of his menacing glory. So that's really cool, really neat, very different. You usually don't see frontal shots like this on boxes for advertising. So, and then of course, making our way all the way around is another dorsal plate picture. So that is the box. Pretty decently sized box, and you'll know why in a little bit here. But yeah, it's overall super great, really cool. W Dragon is not sold here always in the States, so you have to get other ways and means to get W Dragon. Hopefully they can start getting their distribution up more worldwide, but obviously it probably pertains to the licensing and what kind of rights they get and what areas they can sell to and everything like that. So I think W Dragon is more of an international company. I think I can't remember which country it's from or based in. But yeah, they do some great stuff. They're doing a lot of Jurassic Park stuff. They're branching into Godzilla. Like I said, they've done a couple Godzilla things. They even did a King Ghidorah, which is really great, from the Monsterverse. And yeah, but yeah, this is what we're going to be talking about today. So let's get right into the figure and see what he looks like, because it's our first W Dragon. All right, guys, and here he is. Looks great, looks amazing. I've only seen pictures of this guy online, and I literally kid you not, just opened him before this review. So he has been in the box sitting there for a very long time, and this is my first impression of him and actually looking at him and everything since I've gotten him, which has been a very long time. I will emphasize that a lot in this video, a very long time. So But yeah, he looks absolutely great. The first thing I noticed about the W Dragon in this particular figure is that it's very stiff, very hard, not like your typical soft vinyl figures. This is made out of PVC, if you saw it on the box. So it's that harder kind of material that's almost kind of like soft vinyl, but there's no give to it. It's very stiff. It's more closer to like resin almost, but not as fragile as resin. Even though regardless this is fragile, you still have to take care of this and you can't drop it and everything. It's got a little bit more give than an actual resin piece, but it's more sturdy and thickness wise and weight wise than your typical X Plus or soft vinyl figure. So that's immediately what I noticed about him. Second thing I noticed about him was actually the sculpt and the likeness from the actual movie, which is super great. It looks very screen accurate overall. Everything looks really great. Proportions are great. And it looks absolutely amazing. The coloring looks great. The pose and sculpt look amazing. You know, his typical kind of fighting stance pose is really great. So yeah, I really do love it. I love the color of his nails. As you can see there, the kind of that more of that brown and yellow type to it. And same thing with his toenails. Kind of like that dirty-esque kind of look to it that he did have and was known for in Final Wars. So he had the very big nails and stuff like that, which I wasn't the biggest fan of in that particular film. But I do love the overall design of Final Goji because they slimmed him down more, and I like more of that slim Godzilla than more of the beefcake Big Chungus Godzilla. Even though I do like Big Chungus Godzilla, I just thought that he just looks better more slimmed down as a overall Godzilla design and stuff like that. He's more mobile and agile and can move around and kind of do more things, probably even for the suit actor, honestly. So, but yeah, super great. Even the face looks very well done. Lots of details, even in the eyes is kind of the biggest thing. And that face is just absolutely screen accurate. I really do dig it. The coloring in the paint, like I said, is really well done. I thought they nailed the colors exactly from the film, and I absolutely love it. Overall, it's a great figure. It's really nicely done. But like I stated before, I got this particular figure for another reason. As great as this figure is and very screen accurate as it is, I think it's more screen accurate for a different Godzilla movie, if you will. I think this is more screen accurate, or it portrays a certain Final Goji suit more in the Godzilla shorts that we've seen over the years on Godzilla Day. And I think this looks closer to that than it does the actual movie. I don't know why. It just looks closer to it. I don't know if it's the neck and the face or what are the proportions. I'm not really sure, but to me personally, it screams more of the shorts Final Goji suit than the actual Final War suit. And that's why I got it, because I already have the X plus 30 centimeter Final Goji suit, but I wanted something to represent the other suit for the Final Goji, because I got the Godzilla Shorts Gigan figure. Check out my old archives in the video of the Godzilla Shorts Gigan, the new suit from 2023. And so I wanted to pair him up with that Gigan because I thought they would go very well together and they would be exactly what you see on screen, what we got in those shorts. And I think I nailed it. I think they nailed it. I don't think they went for that kind of look. I think they were going for the actual Final Wars look, but I think it complements better and it fits better for those actual shorts. And so, yeah, I think it's going to work out well. And yeah, I'll show some comparisons of them so you can at least see what these, kind of compare with to the X Plus final Goji and then the Gigan. So let's get right into that. All right, and here you go. Here's the size comparison for the X Plus 30 centimeter final Goji and the W Dragon final Goji. And they're basically the same, you know, size wise, height wise. The W Dragon just has a slight hair above the X Plus, but that's because the X Plus is more leaning forward. The W Dragon is basically standing straight up, so he gets that more of a height thing. So they're basically the same. Sculpt wise, they're the same. I think wise in the nails and the fingers and stuff, the W Dragon is more suit-like. It fits the actual final Goji's overall look better than the X Plus. Now that I'm seeing them close up to each other, you can see that very big difference of the actual look of them. And even the face is completely different for them, as in what they're supposed to look like. Now, I think the proportions of the X Plus are better because I think the W Dragon's head is too small. He looks like a shrunken head, and that's why I think he fits better for the shorts final Goji suit, because I think in that version, me personally, like I said, it feels like it fits that because it does fit the proportions of that Godzilla better than the actual Final Wars movie. Even his head seemed like it shrunk, and maybe it did over the years. You know, these suits take a beating, wear and tear, and they just kind of start disintegrating and decaying, honestly. So maybe that's a thing, but I just felt like it kind of fit that better. But yeah, these are super great. You really can't go wrong with either of these. I do like the pose for the X Plus a little bit more. There's more of a dynamic pose, more of a movement. Stated that before in my channel. I do like more of a movement to a figure, just so they don't seem so stale and stagnant and static kind of thing. So, but yeah, that's the first comparison. Let's get our second comparison, and then we'll get out of here. All right, and here's our second comparison. Like I stated, wanted to pair him up with the Godzilla shorts, Gigan, and here he is, and I think they fit well. I really do. I think the W Dragons is a tad tall, but overall I think it would fit because I think the Gigan was a little bit bigger than normal, but still they still fit pretty dang well with each other. They seem like they just kind of came right off the screen and, you know, plopped themselves right in my lap kind of thing. So job well done by both brands, X Plus and W Dragon, for making great sculpts and great figures. And honestly, it's just great to have kind of a representation of a different Godzilla film, or you know, a I guess you could say like a different take on the actual suit, just because the suit just kind of worn down for the Godzilla, that is just kind of, you know, they kind of used what they could use, and it was kind of the most usable suit still left. But I do think and believe that they should have made a new Goji suit, and if they do continue those films, hopefully they will put money into a new Goji suit so he doesn't look so beat up and deteriorating and all that stuff. So, but yeah, that's it for my size comparisons. And yeah, it's a great sculpt. Overall, like I said, I do kind of dig this a little bit more accuracy wise for the W Dragon than I do even the X Plus. But there are some things I love about the X Plus more than this one, like the pose and the head and everything like that. So they're very close. You can't go wrong with either of them. So if you have either one, you know, you're really kind of winning, honestly. One is not like way superior than the other, so that's all I can really say. I'm glad that I have both in my collection. I really am. Like I said, I can pair this Goji up with that Gigan and my other Goji up with my other figures for the actual 30 centimeter line. So I think it works out great. I love it. It just kind of fits. So, but yeah. So now for the Bearded Kaiju score, I'm gonna go with a 8.5 out of 10. Very solid figure overall. I do love it. It's great. They did a very good job with W Dragon. They need to keep doing more sculpts, more releases. All of their stuff has done very well and has been very well done. So whoever's sculpting over there at W Dragon, definitely give them a raise, because they are really kind of knocking these out of the park and doing a very accurate job overall of these Godzilla designs and everything like that. So really great to have it. Like I said, just because I'm pairing it with that Gigan doesn't mean that this is a bad figure in any way. It's just how I saw it, how I perceived it, and what I can connect with this looking Godzilla to the Godzilla that we got in those shorts. So I'm not saying this is a bad figure in any way because I'm going to pair it up with that Gigan. I actually really like that, and thank you to a good buddy of mine, Samson West. You guys probably all know him. He actually pointed that out about, you know, him getting the Gigan first, and then he either got this one or thought about it, or he saw it, and it really did really kind of click with me. I was like, you know what, that's a perfect kind of matchup and tag team to put with them, you know, because if you want one, you need kind of the other to go with them. And I'm glad that I was able to get this. So I'm really, really happy to get this, and it's a solid figure. And honestly, the price points for these W Dragons aren't crazy. They're about your same typical price as a X plus 30 centimeters. So you're not going to ask for more or pay more for the same qualities you're going to get out of X plus. So definitely, if you can get something like this, they're kind of getting harder to find because they're not widely distributed. But if you do like the final Goji, I definitely highly suggest picking this guy up, because it's a knockout. Honestly, it really is. The detail is so great in this figure that you really can't go wrong, honestly. And I'm really, really happy that I got it. So yeah, so hopefully nobody thinks that this is a downgrade because I'm pairing it up with that guy again in any way, and everything like that. So no, it's a very, very good figure. So definitely love it. I know another buddy of mine, Adrian Settle, he has it. So you know, people do get it and they do like it, but they're pairing it up with that guy again for a particular reason. So I just think it fits. So, but yeah, that's it for me rambling. Sorry. Remember to like, comment, subscribe on the channel. I will be getting a giveaway together, so don't worry about that. One is coming. And with that, I'm just gonna get out of here and say goodbye. So with that, I'm out of here. Later.